Hi there, friends. We've been talking about factoring, and the first way of factoring is something called a factor tree. So, the reason it's called a tree is just simply because it looks a little bit like a Christmas tree as we get going here. I'm going to start with a small number, and we're going to start with 15. Okay, so much like what we did before, we're going to break it into the numbers that multiply to make up 15. Now this one's easy because we're just doing 3 and 5. Now another factor would be 1 and 15, but in this method, again, there's more than one way to do most math. Um, we don't worry about that one times. I mean, we could actually redo it if we wanted to, and we could account for that as well. So again, if we started with our 15, we could actually break it into 1 and 15, and then break this into 3 and 5. And that is a short version of a factor tree. Now, if we did a different number, let's try something like, I don't know, let's go just a slightly bigger number, 24. Okay? And now again, I could do 1 and 24. Uh, Generally, when I'm doing this, I don't take into account this level, mostly because it's something I can remember. But if you have trouble remembering that, that's a good way to do it, is just to start there. Now again, I got 1, I got 2, so 2 times 12, and then I can break it down like this. And so this covers most of the territory. Now, if you notice, or if you know your factors or your multiples well, you'll notice this actually misses um, a couple of factors of 24 because we don't have 6 in there. Um, and so here's another way. Here's taking 6 into account. So we have 4, right? 6 times 4 is 24. And then we can break it apart like this. Now, I'm not a super big fan of this method, only because this is exactly for this exact reason. Because this is not included in that. So if you only did it one way, if you only factored it this way, you would miss 6 as a factor of 24. And that might, when you're looking for common factors, because that's really the ultimate goal here, is we're looking when we have two numbers and we factor them, do we have a shared factor? Okay? Um, and